Hey guys, welcome back to another tier list video. This time we are going to be ranking episode 6 sets. Remember, if you like the video, leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and follow the Instagram linked in the description below. So, this one is obviously episode 6. This probably will be the last one of these. I might do like a Rebels one, but other than that, there's not enough from like any other source material. I don't plan on doing sequel sets. Maybe if there's like an episode 7, 8, and 9 like combined tier list, because there's not that many sets from them, I might do that. But I don't know. I just don't particularly care about them. There's like 2 sets I like from the sequel era. It's like, who cares? Let's get right into it. I just switched the tier rankings. I didn't realize this one had words instead of letters here, but let's get right into it. Starting off, we have the speeder bike set here. Looks like you just get a couple scout troopers. Is that Luke in the back? It looks like Luke in the back, but oh, either way, you get some. Oh, it's the speeder with Luke on it, probably. For the time period, I mean, if they were to re-release something like this for like $15, you get a couple scout troopers, like a Luke figure. That would be really cool. But and like they're speeders, so they can only age so poorly. I'm sure they still look pretty nice, but it's an older set. I'll throw it in C tier. I don't want to rank anything old too high. One thing that I did notice, a little tangent here, is episode 6 has some really good sets. Like there are some absolute bangers from this early 2010s era in here from this movie. This I was surprised. I figured episode 4 and 5 would have a lot more, but I don't know. I guess episode 6 got a lot of love. Next up, this desert skiff here is I don't know. It's not great. I don't think it's quite F tier. There's a handful of sets on here that will be F tier. There are some bad ones too. I will say that, but it's like a D tier set. I think this speeder bike set is definitely better. Same thing. I think this A wing, like it's gray, but it's better than that desert skiff, but not a lot better. This B wing actually looks pretty nice. I don't think it's anything too special, but I'll throw it like C tier there. This ATST is what I was referring to with F tier. It looks like another ATST on this list somewhere here that came out 20 something years later and looks just as bad. So this one's going in F tier, but it just looks bad. Like it's the first one of these sets where I'm like, yeah, you can definitely tell that this thing is 20 something years old, like 24, 25 years old at this point on that one. This is the first Imperial shuttle, same thing. Like there's a lot of gray on it. It just doesn't look that great to me. This is the Ewok attack set. Another side note, these boxes look so nice where you have like the box art on it and then the set name in the Star Wars font. Looks beautiful to me. The Ewok attack set here, I'll put like just below the other speeder bike set. I think I like the speeder bikes better, but that's pretty cool. These sets here, I'm just going to rank them both at the same time. I think are just below the B-Wing. I think it's really cool what they do with these. Like, even just the concept of these sets. Now that they're doing the, like, $10 speeder bike with the Mandalorian next year, I think something like this, bringing this back, would be really cool. Just, like, smaller sets that, I guess in the case of these ones, as far as I know, they don't connect with anything, but, like, these ones will connect with the Jabba's Palace that we'll see soon, and just smaller little builds that can connect with bigger sets is really cool, but you can kind of also own them without them. Like I'm trying to think of something similar that they've done recently or something that they could do that with that they've done recently, like a landscape set. And nothing's coming to mind right away, but they used to do that a lot, as we'll see with these sets here, with sets that can connect. Because like the only set that they've done recently I can think of that's a landscape is like the Death Star, and that obviously doesn't need anything added onto it. But I'm sure there's something I'm just totally blanking on. I'm like looking around here, seeing what I got. But yeah, let's move on to these next ones here. The Jabba's message and Jabba's prize here I think are better than the final duel sets, but kind of in the same tier. This one actually has some pretty cool figures with the Gamorrean Guard and the Boba Fett, but this one figures are kind of meh. You do get Bib Fortuna there, but C3PO and R2D2 come in 1,000 sets. This Jabba's Palace here, I think might go like bottom of B tier. It might get moved down a little bit later, but I think it's pretty cool. I do like it, and like I said, I think the fact that they released 3 sets that go together is really cool. Actually, yeah, they did do that recently. They did it with the Mandalorian set. I just thought of that, the Mandalorian battle pack and like the little small cave looking thing. I forget what it was called, the bunker looking thing from like a year or so ago. But I don't think those sets sold particularly well because they were constantly on clearance, at least the actual set, not the battle pack. The battle pack I never really saw too crazy of a sale, but the little bunker looking build was like 50% off all the time. So I doubt it was selling that great. This is, I think it's the Imperial Inspection is the name of it. It's not just the shuttle. It is really cool. I wish we'd get something like this today where it's like you get the build, you get a couple side builds, you get a ton of figures. I think that's like 4 stormtroopers, 2 guards, and I want to say you get Palpatine in there somewhere, and then looks like a little droid, or maybe that's an Imperial worker. I can't really tell, but just a really nice build. And it does have the problem where it's like gray in some parts, but you get so much stuff with this set. It's just really great. This TIE Interceptor, it's still a blue TIE fighter. I think it's probably just under that B Wing. This A Wing is definitely better than the old one now that it's actually in the right color, but I'll throw it like top of C tier. This B Wing has a lot of nostalgia points for me. I loved, like I said, I think it was in the Empire Strikes Back video with the 2006 Slave 1. There was a commercial that had this set and that Slave 1 in it. It was so cool when I was a kid. This thing is. I'm going to try to avoid nostalgia bias as much as possible, throw it like B tier, but I do love this thing, and it might be something that I try to pick up used at some point if I can find a good deal on it. This sail barge, I think, definitely shows its age more than the newer one, but I still think it is like a nice build. I think I'll put it just below the B-Wing. This thing is really cool. I remember wanting it really bad as a kid before the 2013 one came around and I got that. Same thing, this ATST is pretty nice. This is, as I said in the last video, it was either this or the 2006 X-Wing was my first Star Wars set. I also do own this TIE Interceptor. It might have been this one. I might have completely made that up. It's one of those 3. I will say that because they were all released around the same time. One of those 3 was my first Star Wars set. So this one I do recognize, though, definitely shows its age a lot more than that X-Wing. That X-Wing still looks pretty nice. This ATST here does not look nearly as nice, and I think I'll put it right below that A-Wing. No matter how much I love this set for personal reasons, it definitely has much superior versions that have gotten released later down the line. The Home 1 set here is really nice, actually. I think it will be the first entry into A tier. It's the only thing we've really gotten as far as the interior of the ship, and until I think last year was the only thing we had to represent it at all, which is pretty shocking because it's a very iconic scene in the movie. But we did finally get the actual midi-scale ship, but this is the only thing outside of midi-scale that we have. I'm going to try and go a little faster. We still got quite a bit of a list here to go, and we're already almost at 10 minutes. The Endor bunker here is the first S tier set on this list. This is, I don't know, I might be overrating it, but this is one of my favorite sets ever. I want this so bad. I don't own it, but it's one of my favorite sets that I do not own. I just love this thing. It looks so nice. Hopefully they'll remake a Master Builder series of it or something. I want that so bad. That's like, probably outside of a Master Builder series Jedi Temple, that is like the second most wanted set that I have is a Master Builder series Endor. It just looks so good. The, I don't know, Polybag, Brickmaster, Imperial Shuttle, who cares? I wanna get through these a bit faster. Let's throw it like, I don't know, it's probably nicer than that. Single speeder bike, where did I put the other ones? So we can throw that like there. You do get a minifigure in this one, so it's better than that Polybag. This is the Ewok attack set. You do get some nice figures in it. I think you also get a Stormtrooper, but it's kind of cropped out of this image. I'll throw it like top of C. Another Polybag build, I don't really care. I'll throw it like right next to that one. It's worse than that one. The Rebel Trooper and Stormtrooper Battle Pack here, I think that's what it's called, is decent. I'd put it like right around that level where like I kind of view these as Battle Pack-esque sets before Battle Packs existed. This is the 2012 Desert Skiff. Really nice set. I think it's one of the better builds of this that we've gotten, and I do really like this set. I have it with the 2013 Sail Barge. I think I'd put it just above that set in B tier. This Jabba's Palace is easy S tier. This thing is amazing. There's not much else I can say about it that probably hasn't already been said. I do remember at the time it was considered overpriced, but in hindsight, like, it's the last time we got this thing, so if you didn't get it, it's probably a few $100 now, and it's just an amazing set. The 2013 A-Wing here is pretty nice. one of probably the best play scale one we've gotten up until this point. So I'll put it like right behind that B-Wing. The Rancor pit here, I will also put into S tier. This is with the context of you owning Jabba's Palace. I think Jabba's Palace looks fine on its own. The Rancor pit on its own probably doesn't look that great. I don't know. I honestly haven't separated them since I got them. But without Jabba's Palace, this would probably be like a B tier set. But assuming you own both of these, it's an easy S tier. It is an incredible display piece. It looks amazing. And if you don't have these, you're missing out. If you don't have them, I've seen a Notre Dame alt build that you can use the pieces to build a really nice looking Jabba's Palace and Rancor pit. I would recommend that because I doubt they're going to be remaking it anytime soon. I feel like if they were going to, they would have done it already because there's a bunch of controversy the last time they did it. So who knows? The sail barge here, I think, will be the last set. Let me take a look here. Yeah, last set probably going into S tier. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it is. I think I like these other three more than that, but it's a really nice set. It's definitely the best play scale sail barge we've gotten, although we have only gotten two. I don't own the UCS one yet, but I'm sure that one's better than this. But this thing is super nice. It's a incredible set, and I do love this thing. Another polybag build. It's probably better than the older one, but I don't care enough to take the time to rank polybag builds. This Death Star Troopers battle pack is pretty nice. Like, I don't know. There's no reason to army build Royal Guards, but the Death Star Troopers are cool. I'll throw it like bottom of C tier. The 2014 B-Wing here is really nice. It's the best one we've gotten ever, but considering we've gotten, what, 3 ever, not counting the UCS one. The UCS one is obviously the best, but it's the best play scale one we've gotten by far, and we haven't gotten one in going on 12 years now since this, so a couple weeks it'll be 12 years, so hopefully we can get another one soon. Hopefully it's not a smart brick set. Polybag A-Wing, I don't know. Similar spot that I'm just putting all the other polybags. It's hard to rank polybags because it's like, would I really rather have this ATST than this ATST? Probably not, because this one's a little bit bigger, has a minifigure, all that. But it's like, as a polybag, this is probably D tier, like in comparison to like other polybag builds. As a play scale set, this is like obviously F tier. This final duel set here is, I don't know, it's okay. I do like this set. I have the 2015 one. I'm just gonna rank this one and this one exactly the same, because as far as I know, they're the exact same build. It might be like slightly different. I don't know. I didn't get the 2021. Looks like you might have a little bit extra there, and this looks a little bit bigger on like the red pieces outside the gateway, but it looks like it's probably like 80% the same. Did they switch sides on? I don't know. Hard to tell, but it looks almost identical. Yeah, it looks like they flipped the sides of the like the chute and all that. So I don't know what other differences there are, but they're similar enough. I'm just gonna put them both at the top of B tier and move on. This Imperial Shuttle, the Tidarium here, it's a really cool idea, and I think it's probably the best play scale Imperial Shuttle they've done. You get the Rebel figures and all that, and yeah, just a good set. It's probably the best one we've gotten besides the UCS one, so I think that says a lot because we've gotten a lot of Imperial Shuttles. This Desert Skiff, I think I like the 2012 one better, but it's not like that much of a difference. I'm not a big fan of like the orange Sarlacc pit and all that. I definitely like the tannish color a lot more. And looking at the figures, unless you don't get the Lando in this one you don't get Chewbacca. This one you do, but you get the Lando. And I would hope whatever this is at the bottom is Luke. If you don't get Luke, that's really weird. Maybe you don't get Luke because you do get the Han and Chewie. So yeah, I don't know. This one's definitely better though. You get Luke, you get the Lando. So this A-Wing is definitely better than the older one, but I don't own this one, but you do get some nice figures in it. And you get Lando, you get the pilot, you get, I think that's just a crew member. Yeah, not much else to say about it. Nice set. Like a lot of these ships that they've made a million times, it's hard to talk about them a lot because it's like I talk about one, I talk about all of them. Like once you get to a certain point, like mid 2010s, they're all good. Like they have a little bit more details the newer you get, but they're all good. The I don't know. This is some action battle set. I don't know. F tier. Who cares about this? This is a 4+ A-wing. Who cares? Probably better than the action battle set because it doesn't look like complete trash. Another polybag build. I'm just going to assume it's better than that one. This is the 2020, 2021, whatever it was, Imperial Shuttle. It has its problems, but it's probably in the upper like half of sets. I think I'd put it bottom of B tier there. I think it's below this one just because of all the other stuff you got in this, even though like shuttle 1-to-1, this one's obviously better. It's 20 years newer, but this one I think you get a ton of other stuff in it. So it's just really nice. This one's really nice, I was saying. This one has its problems. But the 4+ ATST is probably the worst set on this entire list when you factor in price and build. I don't know. Not much else to say about it. It's trash. Polybag X-Wing, I think, is probably the best polybag build I'm going to rank on here, not counting the one with a figure in it. So I'll throw it there, but I don't really care that much. Like I said, polybags are hard to rank because they're like, you might have a decent polybag. Like, this looks solid for a $5 polybag, but grand scheme of things, who cares? The TIE Bomber here, the newest one, is pretty nice. I do like it. I understand that I'm in the minority on that, but I think I'd put it just below the Jabba's Palace there. Buildable Chewie. I know it has its fans, but I don't like it. The face is ugly. I think I'll put it here, like middle of C tier. It's not outright bad, but it's not good. The polybag TIE Interceptor here, probably just below the X-Wing. This Desert Skiff and Sarlacc Pit is the best one they've ever done, and I'll throw it top of B. I don't think it's quite A tier. And Buildable Wicket, last set on this list, is another one that I just don't really care about. I think the face looks kind of bad, but I think it's better than the Chewie, but not much better. So I'll throw it in like the same category of just, whatever. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And check out the Instagram linked in the description below. Let me know your thoughts on the tier list, and have a great day. Bye.